Hey, Decide Destiny crew, Carl Spirides here. Thanks for joining me for another Decide Destiny Daily Dose. Decide that demanding less is immoral. This video could get a bunch of hate, a bunch of dislike, a bunch of comments. However, as it is in life, the truth usually does get that. The truth we'd rather kind of sweep under the rug, kind of hide away from, justify reasons not to face it, justify reasons not to confront it, give ourselves plenty of room from that truth. But until you face the truth in life, you'll keep suffering in those areas that you're not facing the truth. Harsh reality, but rather face it now than put in a bunch of scar tissue in the way of you being able to confront, overcome, and face what you need to face. Setting the bar low, going for perfectly balanced life, going for no stress in your life, going for avoiding any chance of burning out will in turn create environments where you burn out a bunch because you're just circulating, get money, spend money, get money, spend money, that's why I'm burning out, because I never went to the next level. Or, do a little bit of workout, but I never pushed myself to do stretching and workout, and this and workout, and I never pushed myself to that extra moment, and then that's why I got burnt out, because I never exceeded the base level, exceeded the average. And that's why I think it's truly immoral and unethical, and the messaging today of giving ourselves a lot of grace when we haven't achieved a lot. Now, the reason I say this isn't to be harsh, isn't to be mean, isn't to be tough, isn't to say that I'm some tough, strong guy, but I've developed, physical and spiritual and emotional scar tissue. And I know that if you don't spend the time to actually confront things in life, you build up that scar tissue, and when you have to cut that scar tissue and you have to dig into that scar tissue, it's even more painful. I know that physically, and I know that in a philosophical, metaphorical way as well. So it's much better to just confront, just to fess up to the truth, just to own up to the areas that you need to own up. Otherwise, it's just going to create mountains more pain. I noticed when I've just done a workout session and getting back into it, and I noticed one thing right towards the end of the workout session when I'm most tired, when my legs are wobbling, doing leg day, unable to stand, all those sorts of things, that's when my form is the best. And it hit me. It was like, wait a minute, when I'm pushing myself in anything, when I'm pushing myself to get this book or this project or this job done in a tight amount of time, where I'm doing this health project to save my life, literally. I'm doing these things in compressed amounts of time with mountains and mountains of pressure layered on. That's when I exceed what I believed I could have done. I thought, no, in my mind, my computer mind doing everything, I can only achieve this. But then when you really push yourself and you put pressure and you apply yourself, you can achieve more than your mind can conceive. You are greater than your circumstances. You're greater than your mind. You're greater than the challenges and the obstacles in the way. You won't be able to overcome them until you realize and acknowledge that you are greater than those obstacles, those challenges in the way. So the thing about it is, this message isn't rosy, isn't what people want to hear, isn't popular. But if you don't get this in order, life will crack you. It will crack you. It will put pressure on you. It will strain you. So it is more of a message of love to actually have people push you, to actually have people say, I expect more from you, to actually have people say, no, that wasn't good enough, you can do better. And the reason is because they're preparing you for life. They're preparing you for the realities. They're preparing you for open the newspaper Monday morning and you see shock horror. And how do you overcome that? How do you have resilience? How do you have ability to go out, well, all these circumstances that I can't control are going around, and these personal challenges going around, these health challenges, how do I show up for my family in the best way possible? How do I show up for my community in the best way possible? And people that are preparing you for that, they might not come with roses and petals and love letters, but they're the people that show true love. And when my grandparents were growing up, when they were building their family, they didn't have a door. They had to build a door. They didn't have a wall. They had to build a wall. They didn't have time. They had to create the time. They didn't have resources. They had to extract the resources. They had to do what they needed to do and get on with what they had to get on with. And it was a clear decision. However, today, we've got all these illusory decisions, which are really a delay of facing the reality, facing the truth. Illusory of, no, like, don't worry, like, pressure isn't a privilege. Pressure is a privilege. You know, oh no, don't, like, push it back, lay back. No, look, don't worry about it. Don't confront it. Don't be honest with yourself. Just be kinder and softer and more gentle with yourself. And we've got all these different options where for my grandparents, it was, there's no door, build the door. You know, it's just very clear cut. I think a lot of what we experience in life is we're trying to question, well, why do I feel empty inside? Why do I feel like I'm lacking? Why do I feel anxious and depression and all those sorts of things? Well, look around. When things are chaotic and we're not able to put them in order, it's no wonder. When there's corruption, when there's all these elements in life that go in against us, where there's indoctrination of information that is, you know, basically suppressing us to reach our full potential in every area in our life, well then those conditions of anxiety, depression, lacking are going to show up. So just really acknowledge where these things are coming from and get away from justifying, get away from victimizing, get away from labeling, get away from saying, I am this, I am that, I am this condition. No, you know, you're choosing to associate with that. I've had many things in my life where I can say, I've got this condition. I could have picked up the card that had the, you know, get this access card because of this thing that happened to you or that thing that happened to you. And I chose not to because I knew as soon as I did, I was subjugating myself to that level. I was putting myself to a level where I wasn't able to help myself up. And that's the purpose, to be able to help yourself, to be able to truly lift yourself above. You need to confront the reality and confront the truth. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. There's communities out there. There's people out there. There's people that will support you along your journey. I'll support you along your journey of confronting the truth, of overcoming and rising and being real and true to yourself and true to your circumstance and true to your community and true to your family and true to humanity. Okay, guys? Remember, as always, decide your destiny. Cheers.